fire, no. You really shouldn't play with fire.
Good morning. It is Monday today. Wow, it's been so long since I filmed on a Monday. I wanted to say Friday, but I just wanted to kind of do like a what I eat in a week video. It might be just the day because honestly, like I'm still meal prepping, so my dinners are super boring and we're super low on groceries right now because it is the end of the month and it's what's today? July 28th, and we go grocery shopping at the end of this week. So we are literally like so sparse on just ingredients in general, and we usually do the bulk of our grocery shopping at the on the 30th or 31st for the following month, or sometimes the 1st. But because it fell in the middle of the week this time, it kind of screwed us a little bit, but it's fine. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to have coffee with you guys this morning and chat about a couple of updates that have happened since the last time I talked to you guys. So the beginning of July and I really want to say most of July, I was having a really hard time. I was super depressed, but then I got assigned jury duty for 2 weeks, which was probably the worst freaking thing imaginable. And it was grand jury duty, so it was 2 whole weeks long. It was not like you get to hear all of the evidence in the trial. It was one of those things where we're basically telling them it's going to go to court, where it's not, they didn't give us a whole bunch of information, period. So it just wasn't really fun to me, and it was just a bunch of drug stuff mainly. But it's just, it was one thing on top of the other pretty much for that month. I was not having a good time. So all that to say, I have not really picked up the camera much since then, and it's you won't notice a lapse in my content because, except for maybe once whenever I did not post for a couple of weeks, and that was due to that. But other than that, everything else is kind of going to be back to back to back, so you're not really going to notice a difference. But anyway, I wanted to update on the house buying process because this past week was actually a really exciting week. We got to do our pre-construction meeting and make sure that everything was good there. So it wasn't a really long meeting. We just kind of had a conversation about where the outlets were going to go, and they went over all the options that we chose and that stuff like that, which was fine. And so in about 2 weeks, we're going to have our framing walkthrough, and it's so crazy to think that literally our house is going to be built by September 24th. That is so close when you think about it. So it's just crazy. And yeah, anyway, I thought I would do a little what I eat in a week with barely any groceries. And then also I did meal prep Mississippi chicken this week and just went and got some sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are so cheap. I paid $5 for 5 of them. So I've got a bunch of sweet potatoes that I'm going to use this week. So I'm just gonna have the Mississippi chicken stuffed into a sweet potato. I don't know if I've ever showed you guys that in a video now that I think about it. So that'll be a good one to show you. I know I've showed you the Mississippi chicken, but I don't know if I've ever showed you with the sweet potato. But anyway, I'm just drinking my coffee this morning before I start work. I picked a bad day to start filming because I was supposed to get up at 6 to go for a walk/run, and your girl did not get up at 6. I have been having the hardest time sleeping lately, and I feel when I wake up, I'm just not well rested and all that stuff. So I'm hoping that I can get some type of tea or something, some sleepy time tea that's gonna work for me, but I have not gotten it yet. So just let me know down below if you have any recommendations on things that help you sleep that are not melatonin, because melatonin does not help me sleep. I will go to sleep and then I will wake up in the middle of the night and have bad dreams, and then also I'll wake up feeling hungover. So I do not take melatonin because I don't like it. And then I have been using Benadryl, and it does work occasionally, but you also kind of wake up feeling like I feel today, I'm just so tired. So anyway, so this morning we're not really gonna get up into a whole lot. I probably am gonna go for a walk here shortly, even though I start work around 8 most of the time because we don't have a whole lot going on at the moment. So I think I can just go for a quick walk/run when I get done with this coffee, and then I will be back on and all that good stuff to deal with whatever. But yeah, when I say we are low on groceries, I mean most of the things that I normally have, I do not have. So luckily I did get some really cheap mini cucumbers from Walmart over the weekend to tide me over. So I can still make my lunch that I would normally make, which is the main thing that I wanted to be able to do. But I'm not gonna be able to make it every day, I don't think. because I'm definitely low. So I do not have any watermelon. So just keep that in mind, because normally I would eat that every single day, like at night if I wanted something sweet. But don't have any watermelon, so that's been really bugging me. But I do have a bunch of yogurt, so maybe I'll just eat yogurt at night before I go to sleep. But I did want to say, like, so anyway, if my face looks puffy today, it's definitely because I ate pasta yesterday and I ate a lot of it. So I'm feeling the effects of that today, but I'm not planning on making that pasta again for like a month, so I don't think I'll have to worry too much about that. We don't really eat pasta a whole lot anyway. Not that it's bad for you or anything. It's not bad for you at all, especially the one that I make has a lot of protein in it. It's definitely not something that like I need to eat that's not in meal prep containers, if that makes sense, because the macros haven't been calculated out for it. It's just me like eating it, so that's not a good thing. Normally I do pretty well, but this weekend, yesterday, didn't do that great. But, oh, another thing is we also got a Ninja Creamy, and I haven't even talked about it with you guys or any of that stuff because honestly, like, I haven't picked up the camera, but we did get a Ninja Creamy and we've been making protein ice creams, just like with protein shakes and the Fairlife chocolate milk, because it's not as bad. And that's pretty much what we've been doing, honestly. And yeah, but I'm gonna finish up my little coffee and I will come back and hang out with you guys whenever I am about to go for that walk and catch up with you later. All right, guys, I just fixed my hair, or not fixed it, but like put it in a bun and put sunscreen all over my face so I feel like a little greasy. That's probably why. I'm about to go for a quick walk. It usually takes me about 40 minutes or so to walk. Unless I run, then sometimes I can get back with like 39, but probably gonna be 40 because I don't think I'm running today. But anyway, yeah, let's go for a walk. So I will see you guys whenever we get back, and then probably have to do some work, and then I might catch up with you at lunch.
There's been a whole lot of trying, whole lot of crying, whole lot of telling me I should be dying or be like you, but I don't wanna be like you. There's been a whole lot of trying.
I just got back. I did decide to run, and I did it in like 40 minutes. I guess I was going a little bit slower than usual, but I ran pretty far, so that's good. But obviously it's really hot outside. I mean, it's not really that hot yet, but it's really humid, so I'm like super sweaty. But yes, I did it in 41 minutes. My total distance was 2.71 miles, average pace 15. So I burned 282 active calories and 347 total calories. But yeah. All right, I am about to get some work done, and I'll catch up with you guys whenever we are eating lunch. Just made me a little nice cup of tea this morning. It doesn't have any sugar in it, no honey or anything, just a little bit of lemon juice to kind of just soothe my stomach. But yeah, I'm just gonna have this, and then I've got a meeting at 10, and then after that I should be able to make myself some lunch around 11. But yeah. All right, so I just got out of my meeting. I'm just about to make a little, sorry, I thought it was raining. I was about to get excited, but I'm about to make a little lunch now, just the same lunch that I've been making for so long. Honestly, I just don't get tired of it. It's been over a year at this point since I've been making that same exact lunch and like eating the same things, and I don't get tired of it, honestly. So I hate to be that person because I know like it's kind of helpful to see different things, which I am starting next week meal prepping like a breakfast type high protein casserole, because I'm trying to like keep my calories at a normal amount without me having to eat a bunch of snacks. So I think I'm gonna incorporate breakfast again. So I think I'm gonna do like some type of breakfast casserole with like sweet potatoes and like either ground beef or turkey sausage or something like that, to just kind of like make a nice little high protein breakfast and that tastes good and all that stuff. So yeah, but we are about to make our lunch. It's just the same lunch that I've been making for a while now, honestly. So I'm gonna do that now, and I will catch up with you guys whenever I get done. All right, and this is lunch, guys, once again, as usual. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and eat this, and I'll catch up with you guys whenever I get a chance. All right, I'm about to make my little creatine cocktail. So I have some Create right here by EHP Labs. This is my fave. Works really, really well in my opinion, and does not bother my stomach at all. And I am just gonna add some water in here. And then I'm also gonna add some glutamine, which I think I might have talked about in the past as well, but I just stack creatine and glutamine together. I really like the stack. And then I also add some liquid IV in here as well. And liquid IV is kind of expensive, so it's not something I like to add every day. I used to just add, or I used to have some Gatorade Zero, but I'm out of it and I have not purchased any more. So, well, actually, I'm not out. I don't know why I said that. I have some left, but not very much. So I've just been adding liquid IV on the days that I drink liquid IV because I love liquid IV, and honestly, it always makes me feel really good whenever I drink it. So each little packet does have 50 calories in it, or wait, not 50, 45 in this one. So I just really like it. It's always made me feel better if I feel dehydrated or anything like that. So I always put a little packet of this in here as well, just in a Stanley cup. I feel like I don't like these packets if you mix them in a bottle of water because it's way too sweet. If you mix a packet of liquid IV, like mix it in a Stanley cup, or like how many, or like 40 ounces of water or something like that, a lot of water, and it does not taste as bad. So these I feel like makes it taste really good, just kind of gives your water like a nice little flavor. But we are about to go lift weights. I have not showed you guys our gym since we got more things for it. It looks a lot nicer in there now. It's like really organized and everything is just nice and open. And whenever we move into our house in October, we actually have this other cage that we're going to use as well. That's a fold-in cage, and it is so nice. And I cannot wait to show you guys what that looks like when it is all set up, but it just leaves us so much space in the garage, honestly. So yeah, I'll show you guys what it looks like. All right, guys, this is the garage gym. Now that we have it set up, we ended up getting some more mats, and I think that's made the best difference, honestly. And then we also got on Facebook Marketplace the cage I was talking about, and this Rogue bench as well. For like, we got all of it for like $1,000, or it was like, I don't remember how much exactly Nathan paid for it, but it was way less than like what it was on their website, and we were gonna buy it all brand new. So I'm really glad that he was able to find that deal. And he also gave us, like, the guy that we got it from on Facebook Marketplace had extra weights as well. So not all of these plates you see, but the ones that say Rogue, we got from him. And then Nathan also found some power block weights on Facebook Marketplace right here. I love these. These are really good to have, especially space savers. We're considering getting rid of all of these weights over here, except for like those really big ones down there. We'll probably keep those because we don't have any that are that heavy other than the power block ones. So yeah, we're thinking about getting rid of these, but other than that, we'll probably keep everything else except this other cage over here that you see right here. We're gonna get rid of this cage because we have the fold-in one now. And then he also had these kettlebells, all except for the one on the very end on the left that's like 15 pounds. That one was ours, but all the other ones we got from him. And yeah, so that's what the gym looks like now. And we're gonna go ahead and get this workout in. Just finished my workout, and so I just did my workout on my lunch for work, so I'm about to hop back into work and just do some things that I need to finish for the day. It's only around like 1 o'clock now, so I've still got to work about 3 more hours. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll see you guys at dinner. Okay, so I just watched somebody make this on YouTube, and or not YouTube, it was like a Facebook short, so I think I want to try it. It's basically just Greek yogurt, maple syrup. I'm gonna use 0 sugar maple syrup though, and let me see if I have a 1/3 cup. So it's basically just Greek yogurt, which I'm gonna use this Chobani non-fat one, and then I'm gonna use some semi-sweet chocolate chips to coat it. But basically you mix peanut butter and the maple syrup with the yogurt, and then you plop it onto like a sheet, and then you put it in the freezer to let it like take shape pretty much. And then when it's frozen, then you're just gonna like toss it in chocolate, melted chocolate, and then sprinkle it with some like salt, and you're good to go. So sounds really good, and I've been craving chocolate lately, so I am gonna try to attempt to make this. So let's go ahead and make it. All right, it is a little bit sour, but that is quite all right with me, truthfully. I've never really, I mean, like, I love sweets, don't get me wrong, but I don't mind it if it's not that sweet, if that makes sense. Because I did just add like 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, but the chocolate is gonna add more sweetness to where like I don't feel like it's necessary to have more sugar, so I'm just gonna make them about this size. I might need another plate because this is actually gonna make some pretty big sized things. So, and since we're counting macros, I am dang sure gonna get all of my calories worth. So just gonna grab another paper plate, and I probably could have done this in like a container now that I think about it, like in like a square container and then popped it out. If I had like a silicone mold, that's what I would recommend, because if you had a silicone mold, you could just pop it out of the mold and like do squares or whatever shape mold you had, but I do not have a silicone mold. I should buy one though, because if this is good, then I might find myself doing this more often, so we will see. I don't know how much chocolate it's gonna take to do all of these. That is like the main thing that I'm curious about. But, I mean, even if these by themselves were okay, you know, you never know. You could end up with something good, but I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the freezer, and then whenever they are set, I will catch back up with you guys when I am dipping them in chocolate. Okay guys, I tried to do the first one, and it was honestly a mess. I don't know how the heck she got them to, how she got the chocolate to stick to them, because that's the issue that I'm having, is the chocolate is not sticking. So maybe they need to be a lot more frozen. I don't know. But I'm gonna leave them in the freezer for a couple of more hours and see if maybe that works. But yeah, I'll have to remelt my chocolate, and I might need more chocolate, unfortunately. I was really hoping that I could get away with using only like 150 chocolate chips, but if not, these are gonna have more calories on them than I want them to. So maybe I'll invest in some Lily's chips next time, because Lily's has, you know, the chips that are sugar-free and they don't have as many calories. But yeah, anyway, I don't know if I'll make this again just because of how much of a mess it's turning into. Something I like doing instead is pretty much where you take just the chocolate, just like count out 33 chocolate chips, melt some peanut butter, or you can use PB Fit, and then put it on a date and eat the date, and that's literally just as good. But I don't have any dates, so, or at least the ones I have are like pretty like dried up. I think they're probably bad, but yeah, I don't know. We're gonna try it again whenever it cools a little bit more. Hopefully maybe in the next hour or two I can probably try to do it, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm about to probably make dinner. I'm actually quite hungry, so I'm gonna go ahead and make dinner, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. All right guys, this probably looks really messy, but this is dinner. It's just Mississippi chicken stuffed into a sweet potato with some sour cream, like a tablespoon of butter, salt and pepper, and yeah, no cheese because I do not have any, but it's completely fine without it. Lots of salt and pepper. But yeah, this is dinner today. All right, I'm just having some popcorn. They make these little 100-calorie bags, and this is what I am having. I'm just gonna spray some of this butter spray on it that also has like 5 calories a spray. And then this that says it doesn't have any calories in it. However, you know, obviously I'm sure it probably has some, but not a very significant amount. So just a little bit of that. And then that's gonna be our little snack. All right, so I ended up making them and getting them to come out the way that they needed to come out, but you had to leave them in the freezer for like a lot longer. And then also I had to add quite a bit more coconut oil to get them to set, or like to get the chocolate to stick to them. So that is what I did, but I suppose we can try one. So, oh yeah, I also took a shower and all that stuff, so my hair, just ignore it, but let's try it. It's not bad, honestly, so maybe I'll make it again, maybe not, but like, truthfully, it was like really messy to make, so I don't know that I'll make it again or not. But if I had been able to use the amount of chocolate that I had originally set out to use, then I think they probably only would have had like 60 something calories per one, but I think they have like 100 calories per one just because of the, or wait, yeah, they're definitely like 100 calories probably per each and like 3 grams of protein. So not really much, but I mean, it's like a nice little sugar-free, mostly other than the chocolate snack. So not too bad, but yeah. But I think that is pretty much all we're gonna do today for lunch, dinner, and snacks and everything. If I eat anything else, I'll catch up with you guys. But yeah, thanks for spending the day with me, guys. I'm just gonna make this a what I eat in a day because I feel like if I was to do a week, it would be a really long video. And I don't know if you guys would wanna sit through that. I'd have to rearrange how I'm doing it. So if you see anything on my hands, it's chocolate. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll catch up with you guys in the next one. Bye.